Saturday, October 7th, 2023 in Israel was a day meant for joy and celebrations, the Jewish festival of Simchat Torah.
Now, instead, it became a day of unimaginable terror after a militant group, Hamas, launched a coordinated and prolonged attacks from the Gaza Strip.
The Carnival attack left over 400 people dead and 251 more kidnapped and taken to Gaza.
Maya Parizer survived the horrifying ordeal and was recently here in Kenya for the Hamas Terror Attack Commemoration, and took time to share her story of resilience and also survival.
23rd of October 2025, the Israel ambassador to Kenya, Gideon Behar, organized a commemoration and remembrance event for the October 7th, 2023 Hamas terror attacks in Israel. Dubbed the day music stood still. Among the diplomats, leaders and Kenyans in attendance was a young woman whose presence carried the weight of the memory of that terrible day. Maya Parizer, a survivor of the attack of the Nova Music Festival. In a powerful and deeply personal address, Maya, an Israeli-American security research engineer, shared the harrowing moments of survival and the enduring trauma, offering a first-hand account to what transpired on that dreadful day.
So going back to this day, the party starts at midnight. It wraps around 4 or 5 p.m. We went to the party. Already a group of our friends, Eitan and his friends, already started to grab our place for the chilling area, and we built up together this amazing camp. We had no reason to believe something is wrong.
A day that was meant for joy and celebration turned into a nightmare early Saturday morning at about 6:30, when they least expected.
I remember the music was still going on at first, and when I looked in the sky, I can't describe how many rockets I've seen, and it appeared like white lines just appearing, and then like you see in explosions, and the rest of the lines would just continue, and we would understand that they're coming to the rest part of Israel, the more center part. And on that day, hundreds of rockets were launched at us, just at civilian places, cities, whatever they can, wherever they can hit. When the attack started, I remember just looking at the sky and I couldn't breathe.
Maya recounted the frantic escape, weaving through the dead and wounded, littering the roadside. In the terrifying 24 hours she and others spent hiding in shelters, constantly listening to the gunmen outside.
The security guard was running for everyone staying there, telling us to evacuate because it's dangerous and that the party is not going to be brought back. It didn't stop, it just continued, more and more and more and more rockets.
The trauma of the Supernova Festival and the wider October 7th attacks, which left over 1,163 people dead and 251 kidnapped, remains an open wound.
Usually the police in Israel picks up the phone within seconds. They never wait more than 3 seconds. But this time the police didn't answer. And I can't describe to you how scared I was at this time, because I understood that something else is going on and we're in this area. But we didn't understand that they're terrorists. I'm calling the police. All of a sudden we're hearing gunshots.
Maya, who has kept her festival wristband on since the attack, has turned her survival into a mission, speaking globally to raise awareness for the hostages that were held for over 2 years and the victims who were murdered.
2025 is not the solution. I think diplomacy and peace offering is the solution for a prosperative world. And this is what I came here to share, because now the social media is filled with propaganda, it's filled with misinformation. We mourn every single life that has been taken from us since the war and even before it. And I hope for the Palestinians that now that they will be given another millions and billions of dollars, that this time they will not use it to funnel, to build tunnels and to fund terror. I want the world to make sure and to step in, now that everyone is so interested in freeing Gaza and freeing Palestine. I ask the world to be also a part of the solution, and I want to honor all of the beautiful souls that have been taken from this day, deaths that have been cut too short, lives that have not been fulfilled.
Soon after these attacks, Israel launched a full-scale retaliation attacks against Hamas that led to thousands being killed in Gaza, only ceasing fire in October this year after a deal was brokered by US President Donald Trump. Israel Ambassador to Kenya Gideon Behar has welcomed the truce that is aimed at bringing a sense of lasting peace after decades of conflict.
Today, in this event, we have brought a survivor of this massacre to give a testimony for people in Kenya to understand what has been enduring on Israel already for the last 2 years and what has happened on this horrible day, the 7th of October, and to understand the point of view of Israel in that issue. There is a need for more, of course, stronger cooperation, and I want to assure you that Israel stands beside Kenya in these issues, and we have demonstrated that in the past when Kenya suffered the horrible terrorist attacks. We very much welcome Donald Trump agreement and deal on Gaza, and it gives us a lot of confidence that this conflict will be solved. And taka kufanya kazi na Kenya.
Threats of yesterday are not threats of today, because it calls us to be alert with the new trend so that we are not stuck in the old ways of doing things. We got an opportunity to send some officers from Nairobi County for further training in Israel, fully paid.
Maya's voice is one of resilience, but her message is clear. The trauma of the Supernova Festival and the wider October 7th attacks remain an open wound, and to remember and honor those massacred was the first step towards security and justice. For Channel One News, I'm Ben Troinjue.